Welcome to Spotlight TV with your host, Emily Zubi. And today I have really amazing guests. You're going to love this show because these are two of my favorite people. We have our beautiful Maloof Berdellans, and I will, try to say it all in one swoop, who is not only a digital strategist, but she was our YPP president, our inaugural YPP president. And for those of you that don't know what YPP stands for, it's our Young Philanthropists and Professionals Circle. And she was our inaugural president, and we just had a new president come in, which is Paula Silvera from Miami Alkaline Water. And we have some exciting things, and I'm gonna let Meg tell you a little bit about herself. And then we have Nicole Lee, celebrity fitness coach, 18-time author. I can't even keep up anymore. But last year, she was the one who kicked my butt into place, and I hired her as my fitness coach, and I will tell you, it's been the best thing I've ever done. So we have a lot to talk about today, and I'm gonna let you start it off with telling us a little bit about what you do and how you do it.
Okay, so Meg, thank you so much, Emily. First of all, we're so grateful to be here. So I have a professional background in digital marketing, real estate, and then more recently I've pivoted into health and wellness space as well. So I'm a content creator in that space. I moved to Miami 7 years ago, so it's been a wonderful 7 years. My husband brought me down here, and I've met so many amazing people by being here, and I'm never going back.
You heard it here, she's never going back. Wonderful. And Nicole Lee.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much, Emily. And Meg, it's always a great time to connect with you. So I'm Nicole Lee, 18-time author. I've been doing life coaching for 2 decades, yes, 20 years, and I'm so excited to be here to motivate everyone tuning into the Spotlight with Emily show. This is just the beginning. Being your coach has been so rewarding, seeing you grow and flourish and continue to impact lives. It's just been so blessed. And I just love being also here in Miami, the Magic City, and we're creating magic together.
I wake up with this woman like three times, and they go, "Do you really show up?" I said, "Yes, she's there. I've got to show up. 7 a.m. I'm there like a few minutes early to get jolted and then the workout." So, and it's been transformational for me. So both of you have helped me such a great deal. And Meg, everything that, there's so many ways, especially, I don't hide my age, but learning the new technology that there is today that's available. Our YPP, we have everyone from AI specialists to real estate to digital to you name it. We have that representation. We have Diamonds on the Key. We have M-Charms. I mean, we have the most fascinating women trailblazers, and both of you are YPP Circle members. So,
Yes.
Can we just talk about what your experience has been? Because this is our second year, and I think that this year we're off to this really fabulous start.
I absolutely love being part of the YPP Circle. I think, when you and I spoke about your idea to form the YPP Circle, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to be the inaugural president, and we were gathering the women to be part of it, it really was just so amazing to see the diverse background of women involved. We had design, AI, just like you mentioned before, all the way to fashion and fitness and X, Y, and Z. And I have made some really incredible friends. I've had business opportunities. We've given back together. We've donated money to charity together. And also I've had really just a great time just being in each other's company. So thank you for really just planting that seed, with me to help me, just with this whole group. It's been incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. What about you, Jennifer?
Being a YPP member has been extremely rewarding. I've absolutely loved meeting all the different people, the women of impact and influence and power, and you're an amazing connector. And for you to create this community where we can connect, grow, and inspire each other and make a difference in our charitable contributions with all the philanthropy, it has been beyond words. And when you have the opportunity to sign up again, I was like, take my money and take it again for the next 2 years. I've gotten so much back. The ROI, I can't even measure it. Great contacts, great business opportunities, and you're so generous with everyone you know. And when you give a referral saying, yes, she's a YPP, you're putting your stamp of approval on this person. So it's just the quality on top of quality. and we help each other. And plus we have fun at the opening
Yeah.
event. We had a
It
great
was a
time.
blast.
Giveaways.
Key
People
Club.
were
That was a
winning
blast.
diamond earrings. You were giving gifts
Yeah.
of diamond necklaces
Incredible.
and designer bags. I'm thinking, wow, why don't more people sign up? They're missing out. So YPP all the way. Very proud.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to mention is the Rising Star Award.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
the idea that came out of this, I have to say, Ariel Penzer Milgruman and Marile Lopez and my brother, we had the first Rising Star Awards, and we had it at the Biscayne Bay Yacht Club.
Yes.
And we had all these white lounges and decorated, and a big star like coming out of like
That
a
was
football
beautiful.
scene.
Mhm.
I
was-
loved
It was
Mhm.
absolutely outrageous. And, you know, my brother looked at me and he said, you know, these are really dynamic, you know,
Yeah.
women. And he said to me, you know, what was your, you know, initiative? Why? And I said, well, after COVID, I'll never forget, I reached out to a couple of people and I said, when you think of Miami Woman in Rock, like,
Yeah.
what do you think of us? He goes, somebody said to me, you guys are the older ladies that have
Oh my-
nice purses and give back. And I'm like, we will not go down that way, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely not. So we really, you know, it's like brands. And that's
Yes,
the biggest thing that we
exactly.
see in brands. And I know you help a lot of brands
Mhm.
stay relevant. And so, you know, that was it. He's like, well, how are you going to keep them engaged? And then we came up
Yes.
with that, and out of that it was born, and
Genius.
Marilyn
Mhm.
and Ariel. You know, I had said, Ariel, how do we keep that young, the
Yes.
younger part of our community involved? She goes, you have to create something separate for them.
100%.
And that's exactly what we've done. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about some of the things that you're working on right now. You know, there are a lot of changes in Miami, and events are back fast and furious.
Mhm.
So what's your day-to-day look like? What are some of the exciting things? I know that there's a speaker panel coming up. So, you know, what are some things that are going on that you want to share with us?
So right now, I am really going in on the digital strategy angle right now. I've taken on some new clients to build their personal brands and, you know, really help them grow. I'm still sitting on many boards. If I talk about them now, we'll be here for the entire duration of the show. So I will, you know, that's a follow-up conversation. But, and then I'm also a real estate broker who has relocated a lot of people to Miami because me coming from New York, my experience relocating 7 years ago, I knew there had to be improvements and there were things that were missing. So I needed to implement that. But right now my focus is really on the digital space because there's so much opportunity out there to either, you know, monetize or grow brands. I mean, brand management is one of my favorite things to work on, just because it comes naturally to me. And I built a following for my dog. She's modeled in New York Fashion
She's
Week.
famous. She's famous.
My
Lisa
dog
is
Yeah.
famous.
She New York Fashion Week's coming up, but we're sitting this one out because I'm gonna stay in Miami. She lives in New York because
I'll
she's
take
a
her.
little celebrity dog.
And Emily.
Yeah,
Nancy
exactly.
will go.
Exactly. So it's really just digital is my wheelhouse. I love it so much.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you
Oh
do-
my goodness. First of all, I want to say just being here with you, Emily,
Yeah.
you're like an icon in my eyes. Hearing you talk about the event would just really warm my heart because that's where I met you at that first event with the big star and your shout out to your brother. I mean, your brother, because you look so young. Your son, Freudian slip. Michael, we love you if you're watching.
Oh, he loves
He's
you.
so cool. We need to talk lipstick shades. I love you. But yeah, and also being here with you. You know, you talk about digital. Back to what I
Exactly.
do. I want to say thank you for being my business coach in a new endeavor that I reached out to. But you know what? I like to have a lot of balls up in the air. What I'm
Yeah.
working on is continue to motivate people. My brand mission statement is to impact and help other people enjoy and increase the quality of their lifestyle. I didn't say lose weight or become a size 2.
Right.
It's so much more. So we're doing the VIP Queen Boss Babe event, which I'm honored to have you as a keynote speaker. Also
Yes,
you.
yes.
That's February 3rd. The book launch will be out 1st of October. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God, for my 18th book. Someone that got C's in English. Hello. You can do anything you put your mind to. So that'll be out the 1st of the month. And just to continue to be the best mother, wife, and VIP Queen leader and YPP member. Those are my goals.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that because when we think about Miami Women Who Rock and our core values, without a doubt, and I always say this, we're a woman of faith, and it's a religion, you could be whatever, but women of faith, and positivity and energy, and we're just that zone of empowering each other, and there's no room or time for gossip or any of those things.
That's right.
It's truly an empowering community, and I thank both of you because you both live by that. And I run around. I run 3 miles every morning, and I have this cup that says "Yes, you can." That was a gift you gave me, so I remind myself. Even on the mornings when I don't think I can, I'm like, "Yes, you can."
Yes, exactly.
We will do that. But you brushed by the speaker a little bit fast.
Yeah.
So if for those of you that want to attend, the website for the speaker.
Yes, thank you for that. It is. You can go to VIPQueenBossBabes.com. And it's going to be impactful to hear you speak in person, and other 8 women that have been cherry picked, experts in their field, and I'm just honored to help women get out of their own way, and that's what you've done for Miami Women Who Rock with the YPP. Women coming together, we're stronger together. It's not about competing, it's about completing. And I think women need to really tap into that power because, you are a walking, breathing miracle. You've done this for so many years, and you don't run out of steam. A lot of people are fizzling out, having breakdowns. You're having a breakthrough. And everyone out there watching, it's all about energy. You mentioned that. Yeah. And when you have the right people around you, it's going to put gas in your tank. You're going to want to have that get up and go. You're going to want to bounce out of bed. You're going to want to connect with the people in your community to see how you can serve. And I think that's a great cornerstone to what you're doing with YPP. When you give back, you're really sending out that boomerang back to yourself. You're giving to yourself. And I think that's really helps people get out of that funk, and they can do more and be more. And that's what we really represent here.
Thank you. Well, if you're just joining us, we're so happy to be in partnership with community newspapers and all the producers here that make this possible. They are amazing, and we have 2 really great guests today, Jennifer Nicole and Maloof Berdellans, or Meg Connolly, whichever you want to call her. But she has a weekend edit that I tune into, and I've had to really relearn how to eat clean and green, and I've cut out lectins and some of the things that you taught me. But your weekend edit is like,
thank you.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
So talk a little bit about that, and again, the web address. I know that no one's sitting there going like this, but that way you know where to find the information.
Absolutely, thank you. So about a year and a half ago, in prayer, because we mentioned we're women of faith, I had in prayer, I'm like, what is my next move? What am I going to be doing? And I felt that I needed to start a newsletter, but I didn't know what that looked like. I was going through just an adjustment in my health journey at the time. I was kind of in a tough place. And when that happened, I was like, I need to build the website first, and then I need to do this newsletter. So I built the website, megconnolly.com. And shortly thereafter, when I built the website, I launched the weekend edit. Initially, I was going to do it during the week, but I just felt like, it needs to be casual reading where someone looks forward to it on Fridays, because Friday is my favorite day of the week. And so what I talk about in the weekend edit usually is a little bit more about my health journey, kind of making a shift to ancestral health and wellness, which is back to basics, no processed foods, organic eating, cutting out toxic ingredients, not just in our food, but also in our home care products. So I try and blog every week if I can. If I can't, then I share products that I love. Some of those products may look like, what ranchers in Texas am I partnering with this month? Or, what's my favorite liquid collagen? Or, X, Y, and Z. And people have, really responded well to that. So every Friday in the morning, it goes out. And I love getting responses from people, because people can reply to that weekend edit directly, and I see their responses, and the feedback has been incredible. I know, I love your responses too. Yes, it really it fills my cup, because it keeps me going. Because I know you mentioned before too, even some days where you feel like you can't. And there's some days where I feel like, oh man, I just can't. I don't have a blog in me this week, but then I find it in me to do it because of the feedback that I get. And it's been really, really just wonderful, and I love doing it.
Well, I've learned so much from both of you, and I think
Thank
that's,
you.
I think that the attitude of learning, you know, is like the master shows up when the teacher is ready. And I feel like later in life I really took a learning attitude, because I think, you know, mid-career, you know, when I was on Wall Street or on the TV networks, whatever, I had maybe a little bit of ego that said, oh, I know how to do this. And like now it's like the more I grow, the less I know. And I'm willing to take that learning attitude.
Absolutely.
And so you touched on one of my favorite things, and I'm so happy to be partnering with both of you. And it's, you know, you mentioned the collagen, and I feel like, you know, this is me at 63, okay? And I have, you know, turned back time, and it's a lot of things, you know. And so at Miami Women Rock, we say, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, you can rock your health, you rock the world. And, you know, being able to do that on all those different levels, it's, you know, like you said, we wear many hats, you know, mom, and, you know, we have some women in our group that are still like with toddlers or driving them to school. So let's talk about this really exciting new business that we've all partnered up in, because I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to touch on that. You know, this is like a revolution, because I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years, and just like you, I felt like I knew everything, but I was hitting a roadblock and a plateau in my own supplementation. I was having things break me out. I wasn't feeling like they were working. I wasn't getting the noticeable results when people are stopping me saying, what are you doing? And here we are, women of faith. Meg introduced me to a supplement line a while back, and I was like, no, thank you. But, you know, kind of give it the cold shoulder, like, let's not go there. You know, I'm the fitness expert, and you're telling me about supplements? No, I don't think so. So then I was like, I had this still small voice, being a woman of faith, little inkling, gut instinct, and it's like, go talk to Meg about that product she was talking about, the product line, with all the scientific evidence. And the more I researched, the more I fell in love with it. And being a fearless female leader like you, the company is spearheaded by an amazing woman who developed this. So long story short, got on the product. I was just doing my thing, but then my massage therapist, my facials, people that see me every day, even my husband, like, what are you doing? You're getting so lean. And if I could even get, and he even saw it, and he, you know, so it was like that proof was in the pudding, in the eating of it. So. In the fat melting pudding.
Yes, exactly. I love that fun.
I really enjoy it. Not only that, I love companies that are going to help women. And I know you can agree with this, and everyone watching. There's a lot of talent out there in women, but they're not being financially compensated for their expertise, financially compensated for their skills. So there's also an opportunity, if someone is interested, to level up financially. And that's what gets me excited, because we're breaking the generational habits of maybe poverty or women just getting by, and we're going to help so many women with that. I could do a whole hour on that, but I want to say thank you to Meg for spearheading this and trusting me with my knowledge to do my research, and also to be my own little guinea pig and to see the results myself. So thank you so much. I'm glad to be partners with both of you on this.
Do you want to add anything to that?
Oh, I'm obsessed
you very
with
gently,
it.
since you very gently said to me, you might want to try this, and I thought, oh, I might want to try it. And I loved it, and I have actually become an accidental influencer. I didn't even realize it, but I just posted stuff that I love. I don't endorse a lot of things. There's maybe 4 products that I endorse, and that's one of them, and that's because I did it, and you know, I've asked people now to join me on my beauty pod and my Emily's Beauty Corner. Who would have thought, you know? But that's, you know, because I love it, and I've seen the results, and you know, and I too, you know, I was getting my eyelashes done, and they're like, what's all this new eyelash growth? And then my manicurist is like, your nails are better than ever, and I had been really sick, you know, especially beginning of the year. She goes, your nails are better than all that feedback set up. I'm like, okay, I'm on to something. So, you know, that really helps.
Yeah, so my good friend Dr. Sam sent it to me, because I was telling her, I said, Sam, I'm starting to get under eye circles, and it was just after my 30th birthday, and I was not thrilled. And I have self-confidence. I believe that, you know, who you are on the inside counts. But in my 30th birthday photos, I was just like, not really thrilled with where I'm at. And she explained to me, because she is a doctor, collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. There are different types, X, Y, and Z. So I said, listen, I'm going to try it, because I don't want to be putting things in my face at this young, and especially trying to be on this low tox, non-tox journey. And so I was on it, I mean, I'm still on it, of course, but I was on it 3 weeks, I noticed my cystic acne was gone. And then after 2 months, the under eye circles were gone. And I was like, whatever this sorcery is, and she said, she's like, you're in New York, Irish, Italian. If you don't like something, you tell everyone and their mothers. If you love something, you tell everyone and their mothers. And I'm like, you're right. Yeah. And so that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, you know, speaking of getting things started, we are right now in our Rising Star Award nominations as well as our Rockstar Award nominations. And part of the benefit of being a YPP Circle member is to nominate and to vote and select. And then we will be honoring on March 7th these Rising Star Awards. But, you know, one of the biggest things that we're focusing on this year is the whole Leadership Legacy Initiative. I'm working on the Book of Leaders, and I just, you know, leadership styles are all over the place. But the one thing that is consistent is that they're all resilient, right, and never give up. So, you know, I just want your take, you know, and your journey, either your favorite leadership quote or kind of your take on leadership.
Yeah, that's great.
So one of my favorite quotes, and maybe not necessarily tied to leadership, but more success, is overnight successes take years. People see someone just be successful overnight. They don't see the 11 midnight evenings where they're working on their dream. They don't see that. They don't see, you know, Jennifer or Emily or Meg with a bun on top of their head at midnight trying to get things done to carry out their dream.
How did you know?
And exactly.
You see me at 4 a.m.
Sacrifice sleep, yes.
I'm in bed by 12, but at 4 a.m. I'm up like
exactly. They don't see that. They just see what they see on the internet or in the news, and that's it. And so for me, you know, that just really resonates so much because people don't see, you know, what we do in those late evenings or early mornings to achieve our dreams.
Absolutely.
And build people.
Wonderful. I love that quote. What about you, Jen?
Absolutely. You know, being a leader is not an easy job, but it really goes to those that want to empower other people. And you come from a place of, I hit rock bottom, I had to become a leader in my own life. So lead one, lead some. So I believe a leader is not a bully that says, you better do this, but rather a leader that says, I'm doing this, come with me. Let's go together. You know, when we come together, there's a strength in numbers. And I love the synergy of not just 1 + 1 = 2, but 1 + 1 = 11. And with women coming together, we can do so much. I believe a great leader is seeing people's strengths and playing upon them and pulling them out while they work on their weaknesses. Yeah, that'll come when they're ready to address that. Also, a great leader means that you have to make tough decisions. And being a leader, you're going to find yourself, I have to make tough decisions, but I know that I'm going to make the right decision, and it's going to help the movement move forward, whether it's impacting more lives, whether it's, you know, helping a charity. But I believe when you say, you know what, go to your boss, God, direct me, let me make the best decisions and lead people to their best versions of themselves, I think it's what makes someone so impactful. There's a lot of people in powerful positions. Do they abuse their power? Yes. But that's why I'm here. I'm in the Queen's court right now. You're in your throne. And when you surround yourself with other leaders that are about how can I serve, being a servant leader, and how can I make other situations better than what they were before with my presence. The ripple effect of a leader is so powerful and really is a legacy going back to that. So that's my take on being a good leader.
It's having a mission and a vision, right? So right within our YPP, we have Lorena Perozo, who is, you know, Find a Way for Kids, amazing charity, having an event in November. We have Katie Black, charity, Voices for Children, which it really touches my heart, you know, and that is around the corner now, October 6th. We have 5 charities that we're going to support as YPP that we've picked that are homegrown within our circle. So when you think of some of the charities that are your personal favorites or some of the ones that have impacted your life, what would they be?
So I really love, I love a lot. Because we love giving back. We're in the business of giving back here. But I really love Comfort Crusaders, which was one of our charities of choice last year. mentoring our youth with the importance of giving back. To whom much is given, much is required. And so, to mentor them and watch them grow and see the importance of giving back and seeing their fulfillment and helping a lot of, people who are really need it, really, really amazing to see. We actually, one activity that we did.
The Comfort Kids, please.
Yes, and the Comfort Kids, the Comfort Closet.
Comfort Closet.
We did an event with, I believe it was with Voices for Children at Topgolf, and one of the underprivileged children who we helped at that event wrote this whole novel about how that evening changed his life. And it put us all in tears to see that. So that is one of the many charities that I love and support, and I'm actually very excited to meet with them later today.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
And you, Jennifer?
Absolutely. We now live in a time where, sadly enough, there's more people enslaved more than any time in history, and most of them are children and also women. And so I love, Tim Ballard he did the whole Freedom movie that came out before the July. So the One Rescue is an amazing charity that helps find and locate kids and women that are off the radar, hidden in the darkest bellies of the internet, that have been kidnapped. And it really breaks my heart that they just want to have a better life. A lot of these women thought they were signing a contract to go and clean hotel rooms, but they actually were put away straight into sex trafficking. So that is one that's near and dear to my heart. I've contributed a lot to that. I don't talk about it too much. I don't really wear it on my sleeve, but now that you asked me, I think it's a very powerful cause. And also, Megs, we had a great event also at the Maloof's estate, which is fabulous, for the Comfort Crusaders. That was amazing, just to help children, the basic necessities. So those are some of my favorite charities.
And one of the things that we stress with YPP is that it's not just about writing the check. Obviously, there are plenty of people in Miami that do that. But with the YPP, we focus in on time, talent, and treasure.
Yes.
And I want to say that because some people think like, oh, I'm raising kids, I don't have that disposable income, but you can make the time, whether it's delivering turkeys, Christmas trees, whatever the holidays. I remember going with my son to the Stefan Kitchen one year, and I just posted that throwback picture, and I said to him, it's so important to know, and Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and but it's so important to remember that we are very blessed with all those things.
Yes.
The Chapman Partnership is one of the charities we're partnering up with, as well as Libre Infancia, Find a Way for Kids, and Voices, which I already mentioned, and Angels for Humanity. There's so many organizations. Look, the reason why I never made Miami Women Who Rock a nonprofit was because there's so many out there, and I wanted to support them all. I wanted to support them all. So that's that's really why we wanted to do that. And this movement, which is that's that powerhouse movement that we've created together, because I couldn't have done it without you. It is what's allowing us to serve our community that much better. So we just have a couple minutes, and I want to just make sure that you guys kind of get to give your 30-second commercial, if you will. What's coming up for the year. We're ready in September.
Wow.
So we're goal setting.
Yes.
We're looking at next year. So just quickly, what's on top of your goal for next year, and how to reach you, what's the best way, and this is your chance to tell our audience again. We're talking with Jennifer, Nicole Lee, and Meg Maloof Berdellans, and megconnolly.com. So go ahead.
So the best way to reach me is megconnolly.com, CONNOLLY, not ELLY. A lot of people misspell Connolly, and that's okay. And then my Instagram is also the same. And really just my goal is to help continue to build people, whether it's either in brand consulting or, helping them grow in affiliate marketing, or, finding them a new home and getting settled in Miami. Like, all of those things to me, I consider fulfillment. And then, on the nonprofit end of things as well, with a lot of the charities that I'm involved in, just to, help kind of just facilitate that as well in that same way. So really just to keep growing, and I'm so happy to be here with both of you. You're two of my favorite people with tremendous hearts, and so thank you, Emily. Thank you so much.
And you, Jennifer, with a quick,
Yes, thank you for this opportunity. You can reach out to me through my website at jennifernicole.com if you'd like to do online coaching and training like Miss Zubi does. You can go to jnlvipsignup.com. And also don't miss the VIP Queen Boss Babe event, February the 3rd, the first quarter of the new year. And last but not least, I'm doing a retreat July 2024. The theme is You Deserve More, so check that out as well. And thank you again for this opportunity. It's been a pleasure.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Spotlight TV, and we will see you next Thursday. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's
Thank
wonderful.
you, Emily.
Amazing.
Clear.